Hello? Hello? Friends, how are we today? How are we doing? We got an early Friday stream. Hi, Vune. Oh, man. Chips for dinner. Hi, Jen. How are you guys holding up? Cookie, hi. Hi, everyone. Sammy. Sammy's watching my newest YouTube video. Yes. Be sure to go check it out, guys. Added a new command. It's called new. All right, guys, we have some poopy weather outside, so it's actually a pretty perfect day to make some soup today. It wasn't really supposed to be like this outside today, but we're gonna roll with it. It's a good thing I got my sun lamps. Nice, working out. Awesome, Pulse. Have a good one, dude. We will see you later. Stream elements? Well, I was hungry from Kate's stream and went to go scrounge for food. What? Vune. What did he do, Sammy?
He's doing cool stuff.
He's doing cool stuff. Ran out of coffee. Oh my goodness. Yes. We cut back on our coffee consumption, happy to say. And I am not feeling too bad. How are you feeling, Sammy? I'm feeling fine. I'm actually feeling maybe a little bit too good, which is sad. Hi, Rook. It's like, I don't want to give up coffee. Okay, so food and wine recipe today. The last time we made this was in October. So it's been like 5 months since then. It doesn't feel like it's been that long, but I had to like sift back through. It's been that long. And Sam absolutely loved it. To be honest, when I first was making it, I was like, Sam, I don't know if he's gonna like it with the couple of Mexican ingredients in there. The hominy is one of them. That is a texture thing for most people. But he loved it. Like, it was this one of your favorite soups ever now?
Yeah.
One of his favorite soups ever now. And it's so easy. I love all of the ingredients that are in here. It's so fresh. Oh, you guys, look at this. What is happening? Guys, today is Friday. I don't know if you saw my post in Discord. I know Cookie did. It's finally Friday. You know what that means, folks. Absolutely nothing, because time is fake now. What? Time is fake? The only thing that's keeping me going is knowing what I'm cooking on each day. That's the only reason I know what day it is. It's like, oh, I'm making pozole. It's Friday. Yeah, I wasn't even late starting today. I was playing Animal Crossing, but Sammy had to kick me off. Hi, White Dove. How are you? I had just enough time this morning to get enough earth eggs to make myself a new dress. Success.
Can I go home from work yet?
Yeah. What is this, Rook? Hey? Okay, Mexican chicken pozole. And I don't know. I don't recall us doing a little history on pozole last time I made it. So let's do that first today. Because I honestly don't know where it's from. And that is not good. Because then I can't answer you guys' questions. Has anyone had pozole before? Okay, so pozole, which means hominy. So that's the corn. Just give me 1 sec, I'll grab the can. That's the special cornies that go into this soup. And it's the same thing that grits are made out of. Oops, wrong one. So I get it only in like cans here. This is how I can find it, and this has been the only brand that I've seen in the stores. You can get them in these smaller cans or bigger cans, but the big ones were all sold out. And then, yeah, I've never seen dried hominy here in Canada, so that's a tough one for us. but I am happy that we can get the cans for sure. And it's super inexpensive. Okay, so pozole means hominy, a traditional super stew from Mexican cuisine. It's made from hominy. So the corn is dried and then it gets treated with alkali in a process called nixtamalization, one of my favorite words to say on stream. So the corn is first cooked in like a lye and then it's dried, and then obviously this stuff is cooked again in the can, right? So exact same process as where we get masa from as well, guys. So it all comes from the same place, it's just prepared differently. Titan, how are you? Yeah, we are dorks. Exactly, Rook. Okay, so hominy with meat, either pork or chicken I've seen. And then it can be seasoned and garnished with shredded lettuce or cabbage, which we're gonna do today. We got the cabbage, chili peppers, onion, garlic, radishes, avocado, salsa, sour cream, lime. The list really does go on. So you can switch it up with whatever you can find in the store right now. I'm doing good, Titan. Doing so good. I had a really good sleep. Got up at like 6 in the morning this morning. I couldn't sleep anymore. So I did like a half an hour meditation. Scared the heck out of Sammy when he woke up because he didn't expect there to be like a blob on the floor. And everything's good. How's it going, Con Carne? He's like, what the hell? I'm like, hi, I woke up early. I'm over here. Bless you, good sir. All right, so pozole typically served on New Year's Eve to celebrate the new year. See? Already learned something new. I had no idea about that. So I know what we're gonna make on New Year's Eve for stream then. Pozole is frequently served as a celebratory dish throughout Mexico and in Mexican communities outside of Mexico. Common occasions include Mexico Independence Day, birthdays, Christmas, and other holidays. Pozole is served in Mexican restaurants worldwide and is also popular in New Mexico, where it's a common dish among the Pueblo Indians residing along the Rio Grande River. Pozole can be prepared in many ways. All variations include a base of cooked hominy in broth. Typically pork or sometimes chicken is included in the base. Vegetarian recipes substitute beans for the meat. That would be good, like corn and beans instead. Yes. Hi Dust, how are you? Kenji Lopez did a video a few days ago where he made arepas, and you've been craving arepas ever since. Oh, did you see his video of the late night smash burger as well from Wurst Hall, I believe is his restaurant? Yeah. It looks legit. Okay, so the three main types of pozole are blanco, which means white, verde, which is green, which we're doing today, and rojo, which means red. So white, green, and red, which are the traditional colors of the Mexican flag as well. Green pozole adds a rich sauce based on green ingredients, possibly including tomatillos. Yes, epazote I do not have, that's a Mexican herb. Cilantro, yes. We have serranos instead of jalapeno today. And then it also says there could be pumpkin seeds in there. Delicious. That would make it like kind of thick. Okay, so that's the one that we are doing today. So pozole was mentioned in the 16th century Florentine Codex. Since maize was a sacred plant for the Aztecs and other inhabitants of Mesoamerica, pozole was made to be consumed on special occasions. Oh no. Okay, this is gonna be a really weird thing, but I have to read it. I have to share this because this is really interesting to me. According to research by the Instituto Nacional de Antropología e Historia, probably something Mexican, and the and the university in Mexico. So on these special occasions when they made pozole, are you guys ready for this? The meat used in the pozole was human. It was a sacrifice, I'm guessing. Okay, so after the prisoners were killed by having their... Okay, so here we go, guys. After the prisoners were killed by having their hearts torn out in a ritual sacrifice, the rest of the body was chopped up and cooked with corn, and the resulting meal was shared among the whole community as an act of a religious communion. After the conquest, when cannibalism was banned, pork became the main staple meat. Because it tasted similar.
Oh, man.
What are we learning today? This was a mistake. Did I really want to know about all this? Yeah, we did. This is so interesting. This is how food has evolved over the years. Also, cheers. The tea today is a coconut chocolate chai, which Sam says he is not too fond of. And that's okay. I think the recipe's against you. I think so, Vyun. I might get in trouble. At least we're not doing this for front page day. Yeah, it tastes like chicken. Food and history happen together. How's it going, Bonkman? Good to see you. Cable151, thank you for the follow. Okay, well, that was very interesting. Very good history lesson. Okay, so recipe is linked under the recipe command today. Active time today, 45 minutes. Total time, 1 hour and 15. Ours is gonna take a little bit longer because we are making our own like broth and stuff for our soup first. And while our broth is cooking, we can prepare the rest of the soup ingredients. So serve 6 to 8, which is awesome because this is so good left over. Okay, our ingredients. So we're gonna need about 7 cups worth of either chicken stock or vegetable broth, whatever you want. Obviously, if you don't have that, you're just gonna have a little less flavor in your soup. And then we also add water. They used 4 chicken breasts halved on the bone with the skin on, so that's what they use for their broth, but we're using 1 whole chicken today. You guys know the dealio. We slowly cook the chicken while the broth is becoming one, and then we pull the meat off the chicken. That's my favorite way. I find that cooking a chicken whole, like cooking meat on the bone, you're always going to get a more tender and juicy product. It's as simple as that. Along with that, so they use 1 pound of tomatillos. That is not something that we can currently find in the stores here, but luckily I was able to find these canned whole tomatillos, which is awesome. Ingredients: green tomato, water, salt. As simple as that. So I thought that would be a good replacement. So it's good to know that there are canned tomatillos out there. We will also need a small onion, some poblano peppers, jalapenos, garlic, cilantro, oregano, salt and pepper, some vegetable oil to cook that all, 2 cans of hominy, and then for our garnishes. So what did I put on here today on our menu? Chicken soup with tomatillo, poblano, serrano, cilantro. So our garnishes are cilantro, sour cream, shredded cabbage, radish, diced avocado, and then for a little bit of crunch, I always like putting a little bit of tortilla chips on top. Really good. And that is that. So we will get started on the chicken broth, and then we will work our way into making this awesome, it's like a puree. So we're making a green puree of all of those green ingredients with the onion and everything like that. And that's the base flavoring for our soup. So not a ton of knife skills here because it all gets blended. It's really, really quick and easy. Torino, how's it going, dude? Pigs, cows, and chickens are not native to the Americas. Nope. Chili verde. Yeah, pretty much, hey? Okay, let me get all of that. Actually, I won't get all of that stuff out yet. We're going to do chickeny things first. Also, from the last time that we made this, I was super smart and saved a liter of the leftover broth. So this is basically what it's gonna end up looking like. Hey, bedtime cover band. Hey Kate, hanging out with the Thrillist team. They love your work. Have you heard of Thrillist before? I have. That's super cool. We've used some recipes off of that. Thank you for the 100 biddies. Oh my gosh, I'm the third streamer today that's talking about Mexican food. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Torino. It's just so tasty though. Okay, so this is how we're cheating a little bit today. Prior planning prevents piss poor performance. That's Sammy saying. I'm gonna do the broth in grandma's pot and then we'll put together the soup in our nice cast iron pot. Put that here. Okay, so I'm gonna pour this pozole in and then we will put the whole chicken in and then cover that with water. So we always start when we're making a broth with meat, we start with cold water. And that will just help us to have a really nice clear broth at the end. So it's not gonna pull out any of the impurities. All of the things that you skim off when you're making a broth, that's what we don't want to come out of the bones. Dust, you miss good food. You've been surviving on yogurt and ramen lately, pretty much. Oh man, dude, don't forget your vegetables. That's like super important for digestion and also like keeping your body happy. It's not cheating if you've made the broth beforehand. Yes. Cheating is ordering the dish from a restaurant and presenting it on stream. I've never done that. Why did we not do that on April 1st? Aw, thank you, White Dove. Oh, I'm so happy you watched the video. Yeah. So I added a new command. It's called new. And every time I upload a new YouTube video, I'll post it on there. So that's the newest one. So Sammy filmed and made all of the cookies and then he asked me if I could edit it for him after. So that was kind of my first dabbling in Final Cut Pro. And it was so fun to use. So there will be more to come for that. I'm gonna scrape all of that out. Hi Claire, how are you? The color of that is just so nice. There's my spoon holder. Okay, I just have the chicken beside me here in a bag because it was thawing this morning. Titan. Yeah, Claire, go check the bees. I know, I loved that Sammy filmed that part. His impatient finger tapping while the cookies were baking. I was like, that's perfect. We put the chicken in the pot. I'm gonna take this other one out. Anyone getting up to anything fun today? My life is now ruled by Animal Crossing when I'm not on stream, so yep, that's where I'll be. Sama? Can I just get you to please put that other chicken away? The fridge is really full. Please. Yeah, that one. That's the one. Hi, Peaches. Yeah, we're going next level. Oh, you know it, Bonkman. When you have the starter broth already done, you know it's gonna turn out good. Dust, you just drove your roommate to CarMax. Felt good to get out of the house, but also kind of weird to like see everything closed. It's really weird. You're already sick of the Bunny Day Festival and we've got over a week to go. I know. It's a little bit like too much. I hope they kind of dial it back maybe because everyone keeps saying that. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love Easter, but it would be cool if you could kind of like turn it off or on when you wanted. Thank you. Yeah, I did. Thank you, Sammy, with the magical avocado drop. Okay, so I'm going to just put this in the sink so I can cover it with cold water. Just enough to cover the chicken. And then the chicken will probably take an hour or so to cook in there. And then we can strain everything, pick the meat, and put the rest of our soup together. And I suppose if we wanted to go even quicker, we could cut our time in half and use a pressure cooker. But I am not in a rush. We ain't got no place to go. Okay, so I'm gonna turn that on to medium-high heat and just keep it covered to bring it up to a nice simmer. Yeah, the eggs do sell for quite a bit. I made a little, what was it, a leaf egg or an earth egg dress? All right. So what they say. Our first step is just the chicken stock, so we just did that. And so they say in a blender, combine the halved tomatillos with the onion, poblano pepper, jalapeno, garlic, cilantro, and oregano. And then puree that until it's really smooth. But I'm quite sure that last time I made this is to take it one step further and make the flavor even more potent, is it really helps if we roast those vegetables. We don't need to roast them like crazy, because it's gonna then turn our soup like really dark color. But I think that, especially for like the onion, a little bit of caramelization on the vegetables is gonna be so much better. So why don't we do that? So I'll do it on a sheet pan under the broiler in the oven. That's how we'll do like a quick kind of char up or roast up. So I will get our peppers out, onion, garlic, cilantro. The only thing we can't roast today, sadly, is our tomatillos. and that is okay. This is where we can use up all of our sad limes in the fridge. Garlic. They survived. They don't look very nice, but they're still here, Bune. Okay, I'm gonna use up that garlic. Maybe that too. Ah, I have a little piece of onion in here as well. Sweet. You had time to buy limes and then let them go bad since I, yeah, since I showed the sick ones. So my sick ones are still kicking, and the ones that you've bought have already gone bad? Oh no. Sounds like my cilantro situation right now. I need to take a closer look. Even though I packed it so nice. Okay, I think we're okay, guys. Worst herb ever, cilantro. Why is it always so slimy? It's built to last for like 3 days. Worse than avocados. You're modding? That's awesome, Claire. Okay, I'm gonna do this the best that I can right now. And we'll give it a rinse afterwards. Like, we just bought this. But it's like as soon as one part starts to go bad, the rest of it's done, right? It's done for. It's like a cancer of sorts. The cilantro has the vegetable cancer. Yeah, the new mod dashboard is super cool. You are right, Claire. Seriously, the worst. I'm gonna try and just rinse this last little bit. And that is that. There is no sense trying to save any more of that. Rook, it doesn't taste like soap. Only to some people. Plus, you don't really taste the cilantro in this soup. You don't really taste it. Once it's cooked in with everything, it's quite all right. Okay, we got our cilantro. There's our onion, garlic. I'm cleaning up the fridge right now. This garlic's sprouting, so that's perfect to use in a soup. It usually lasts you a bit longer. You immediately wash it with vinegar, rinse it out, and let it dry a bit. I think that's the key, is letting it dry for sure. Oh, that little pepper, not super happy. Yeah, as soon as the delicate herbs get wet, I find they always go bad super quick. Nice cookie. Oh, I wonder if we can ship King Arthur to Canada. I've been wanting to get my hands on some of that flour. Everyone always raves about it. Three weeks ago? Holy smokes. Well, at least it did ship though. Yeah, what's so royal about it? King Arthur flour. Okay, is this everything we needed? Got our tomatillo, onion, poblano, serrano, garlic, cilantro, and then just a little bit of dried oregano. I think I'm almost out of. Oh no, we're good. This stuff. Is there actually a royal flour as well? Okay, so we're gonna leave the cilantro for now. But all of this, so the onion, we're gonna cut into, just rough chop it into quarters basically to roast it under the broiler. And the garlic cloves we'll just smash and peel. And then the poblano I will cut in half and take the core and the seeds out. And then the serrano, all I'm going to do is cut off the top of the stem, and that's it. And then we'll oil everything up a little bit so it can help it char. And then that should only take less than 10 minutes under the broiler, I'm gonna say. So this is how we build up our base flavor for the soup. Roast them and use them whole. I don't like pepper seeds though, Rook. Especially not in a soup. I think that'd be super weird. I'm worried. But yeah, otherwise it's pretty easy to roast them whole as well. Gotta love those peppers. Because this garlic has sprouted a bit, I know that the flavor is not gonna be super strong anymore, so that's why I'm using quite a bit of it. Smash it all. What is everyone else cooking today? Do not be afraid of the garlic. Yeah, feel free to use about 6 extra cloves than what they call for. Jen, you baked banana bread last night, ran out of flour, used pancake mix. Yes. Then burnt it. No, that's the saddest. You even went through all the effort to like make it happen. Devastating, yeah, literally. Cookie had a steak, egg, and cheese scramble with some jalapenos. That was breakfast, I'm guessing. That sounds really tasty. Pile of garlic. You need a good loaf pan. Gotta ask grandma. That's where the good loaf pan is. At grandma's house. Okay, this little scrap piece of onion. I'm just gonna do that. Just kind of let it naturally fall apart. This guy. Tip and top, and then I always cut it in half to help peel it. Oh man, is that the sunshine I see coming out? The day might turn around after all. That'd be nice because I would love to get outside after stream. Now I'll cut it into 3. And turn it, come back this way. Oh, I just did it in half for that one. Doesn't really matter how we cut our stuff right now, because it's all gonna go into the blender. This is where I'm at. That's my sheet pan. Okay, now we're just gonna cut all the tops off of the serrano peppers, and then we'll use those guys whole, but the poblanos will take the core and the seeds out. And I'm going for like a pretty good amount of spice today. Oh yeah, when it's sunny but like super windy, that's not enjoyable, is it? How have you been handling not going to the gym? You started going before all this happened and you're very surprised you missed it. Oh, we miss it. That was like on the very first day, we were already like, we missed the gym. It's been hard, but like I said, is we've been trying to go for like minimum 1 half-an-hour walk, which is uphill. It's a pretty good hill, incline. So we got 1 half-an-hour incline walk a day, maybe sometimes 2. And then we just do like a couple of random little home workouts or whatever, like super easy to do jumping jacks and push-ups and squats at home. Annie! Oh my gosh, 2 years! Yay! Ugh. F Stream Elements. F them. I'm done. Thank you so much, Annie. How's your day going? I can't believe it's been 2 years. So many good foods. Okay, let's cut our peppers in half. And I just use my hands to pick out the seeds and the cores. And then I always like to give the poblanos a little rinse, because for some reason they're always pretty dirty on the outside. Out of all the green peppers, this is my favorite, I think, for like mild ones, poblanos. They have a lot of flavor. And then every now and then you will get a spicy poblano pepper. It's kind of like pepper roulette, I sometimes call it. So just be aware that sometimes it can be spicy. So yeah, don't touch your face or anything like that, even when you're dealing with poblano peppers. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna turn the broiler on next while we oil up our vegetables. Rinse our knife. Gotta clean up. Sounds good, Cookie. For a second, you thought it was huge habaneros or jalapenos. Yeah, watch out, Kate. Don't do it. Chicken is almost coming up to a simmer. Okay, so we will put all of our poblanos skin side up. We're squishing everything onto here, that's fine. Because it's gonna shrink a little bit as it starts to roast. Okay, I'm gonna do olive oil. Just because I always like olive oil with vegetables. Annie, you made a sad choice yesterday. You decided you're not going to leave the house for a while. It's too risky. Going to start ordering groceries online. Yeah, the States I am worried about. I'm being honest, guys. Just kind of pour the oil over first. Give our onions a little drizzle. And then I usually just kind of brush it with my hands. Seriously, that easy. Give it a little massage, if you will. There we go. Now we'll get some good charring and no burning. Wash your hands again. And those are good to go under the broiler. All good, Vune. You take care of yourself, and I'll see you tomorrow. Apparently a couple of planes flew into Austin with several dozen college kids returning from Mexico spring break. They all tested positive. Oh my God. Cesspool. That's terrifying. Yeah, say what now? Those dang kids. This is coming up. I'm worried. Definitely don't want it to go over. All right, get our veggies under the broiler. I would always recommend your oven rack to being like really close to the top of the oven, right? You'll get the best results. Re-seasoned my cast iron from yesterday that we used with the scallions. Did that this morning. I'm gonna go even closer, I think. I'm gonna go at the very top level. Going all the way up. Yeah, perfect. Okay, we are pretty much simmering there. All right, next up, guys. So we can put our tomatillos into the blender right now, along with our tablespoon of dried oregano. And then that will be good to go whenever we're ready. And then while we're waiting, we can open up our hominy cans. We can get together all of our garnishes that we'll need for topping the soup later on when it's ready. Big old blender. Smelling so good already. Should put the fan on. Okay, I'm gonna put the cilantro not quite on the bottom here of the blender, because I find that sometimes the stem gets caught around the blade on the blender. Oh, look at this little pull tab. I like that. This is super cool. I have never used this product before. Canned tomatillos. They are whole. And they have this like nice little liquid, which I think I'm gonna reserve. These are just like little pockets of juice though. I'll taste the juice and then we'll see if maybe we'll add it into the broth or something for the soup. Because it might have a lot of good flavor in there. It's a good brand, Rook. Yeah, that's the same brand that I usually buy my chipotle and adobo from. Okay, we are simmering back here, so I'm just gonna turn this down. We don't wanna boil our chicken, just simmer it. Hey, Scooter Beach. There is the brand, La Costeña. You'll have to make a dish with tomatillos, yes. Oh, here's some popping in the oven here. Our stuff's under the broiler. Okay, I'm just gonna get a little spoon. See how this tastes. It's kind of sour though. The sourness did not hit me right away. I'll reserve it. I don't know if I'm gonna pour it all into the broth, but we'll keep it aside because it might be good for like seasoning later. Hi, Kiko's sister. Oh man, it's been forever. How are you doing? Yeah, you probably have a can of Chipotle from that brand. I know I do. Okay, that, we need some oregano. You're holding on? Yeah, we all are. So a tablespoon of that. And then let's take a peek at what's happening under our broiler. I am doing good. Yeah, I am doing pretty good, I have to say. That's looking good under there. We'll give it a little mix up in a couple minutes from now. It actually might be copycat packaging though. You got it from Aldi. Ah, that makes sense. It has been a while, Kiko's sister. Okay. There we go, guys. So we will patiently wait for our roasting vegetables. While we wait, let's open up our hominy corn, the main part of this soup. It says a casserole specialty. Imagine making casseroles with this. Actually not a ton of carbs in this, even though it's corn. Mexican, Greek, and Italian oregano are all different. It's true. The Mexican oregano, I believe, is the strongest of flavoring. Corn juice everywhere. And we will just drain the liquid out of this. We don't have to rinse it or anything like that. Annie. So Elvin was on last weekend. He gave us an update. He has had it for 3 weeks now. He actually got the virus, but he's doing okay. He's on the mend. And yeah, I have not heard from Liz. But yeah, Sam and I were shocked when Elvin told us that. We were like, oh my gosh, dude. Yeah, it always becomes more real when like people you know are infected by it. Okay, guys, I'll give you a closer look at what hominy is. So, corn kernels that are cooked in a lye or alkaline broth. And then they're dried, and then these ones are cooked again whole. So, nixtamalized corn, that's what it is. So, it's like chewy and starchy. It, to me, the hominy just tastes like a corn tortilla. How can you tell if you have it? Well, he got tested. Because his wasn't one of like the more mild cases. It was a little bit more severe. Think of them as unroasted corn nuts. Oh my gosh, that's exactly what it is, Bonkman. After all this time, we figured it out. All right, cabbage, radish. These are nice radishes. Very nice indeed. Chicago will love them. That's all I gotta say. Okay, so I'm just gonna cut all of these off of the bunch. Because once again, once these leaves get moist around the radish, they start going bad. It's moist. I'm taking a peek. Ooh. Okay, guys, let's hold on a sec here. It's looking good in there. Just need my little trivet. Show you guys how the stuff's going in the oven. That's how we're looking. The peppers are roasting up. I think I'll give these onions a toss. Yeah, the radishes, so colorful, hey? Couple of onion pieces I'll just put right into the blender. They are roasted enough. Roasting onions, garlic, and peppers. Now that's a good smell. And I will let these poblanos go a touch more still. Yeah, we're building flavor. We're building those layers up. Okay, so we're not gonna use all of these today. I'm gonna take out all of the really nice looking ones though. It's probably more than enough. Hey Speed, how's it going? Okay, cut off our little taproot here at the bottom. And then I always like to just thinly slice the radishes into rounds. I think it looks so good on the pozole. Really nice color contrast, like the green and the red. Peeking at the chicken, it's looking good. Just like barely simmering away back there. You're just hanging out, relaxing. Nice. You ever have radish sprouts? Oh, you know what? I have, I think, a package of those seeds. Bought a couple packages of sprout seeds. And I never use them. We should get these going. I do have them. Yay! Radish. And then I also have, it's called a sandwich booster blend. And the other one are super spicy lentil crunch. Sprouts are awesome. They're really good on sandwiches. I think that's like my favorite thing to put sprouts on. Sandwiches. What's the old man up to? I actually don't know where he is. I can't see him and he's being super quiet. Oh, he appears. I don't know what he's up to, but he's here. You know it, Bonkman. Yeah, along with the radish, we're also doing cabbage and lime.
You want a nice lime?
I'm gonna use those for seasoning the broth, and then I have my nice limes. I got my nice limes in the fridge still. Yeah, are those just sample bags? I don't know. I think that's how I bought the seeds. Just got them from Home Hardware. Excellent. Okay, let's slice away.
And now it's raining.
Yeah, it was sunny, guys. Now it's raining again.
It wasn't supposed to rain till 4.
Yeah, how am I supposed to go for a walk?
Putting on a rain jacket.
Yep. Pretty interesting little pattern on this radish. That's spicy. What? You're used to buying like half-kilo bags of radish sprout seeds? Holy. We don't have anything like that here. Once we finish slicing our radish, we can check on the stuff in the oven again. What's
If
it?
we're able to, we can go to Port Angeles and get some King Arthur flour. Or if we know anybody going over there, we can ask them to get some.
Gas Huffin lives there.
Oh,
They've already invited us over there. I ain't going now, though.
that was not a good time.
Not good. So crunchy. Yeah, probably at like one of the farm stores here, Torino. You're right. A big old bag of radish sprout seeds, probably. Okay, that's going into the fridge so they stay nice and crunchy. And then one thing that you can also take it a step further is like pouring really cold water over radish is really good too. If you're gonna be holding it for a bit before you serve. Like icy water, so good. It keeps the crunch. Yeah, I think we're good. No, I said yeah.
I went outside, I was like, oh, look, it's not half full. And you gave, yeah, and then why didn't you say,
Really? Done. Look how dark those peppers got. I think this camera is a bit deceiving, but it's pretty charred. But we can peel that skin off. So I'm gonna turn our broiler off now. That's about as far as I want to take it. Because remember, I said the darker we go, the farther away we're gonna go from green for the broth color. You're off to go find some coffee in this city. It shouldn't be too hard in Vancouver. Good luck, Jen, and thank you so much.
isn't there a coffee roaster that delivers?
Probably.
Oh, yeah, Dusty.
It cooked really fast, hey, Dust? Okay, where are my tongs? So I will start by scooping our onions, garlic, and peppers. This smells so good. You will get in there. Yeah, the tomatillos will help it stay green. That's true. Okay, I'm gonna put some gloves on to deal with those peppers because they're really hot. Hey, meant to be spiced. It does. It looks good, and on my end, it is smelling good. Okay, just move that over for a sec. So when we roast poblanos, is the skin separates from the flesh, and then it gets really papery. So a lot of people like to peel that off. I don't think it matters too much in this instance because we're blending it, but I'm just gonna pick off anything that's really, really dark because I don't want it to flavor the puree, or to color the puree too much, sorry. Just the really charred parts. Trying to think of what you can do with leftover rotisserie chicken. Either pot pie or something Mexican. Yeah. Oh, pot pie is like always my go-to. And yeah, Mexican food, why not? Why don't you make some enchiladas? That's a good one. Or a chicken pozole soup. Oh, wrong way. Enchiladas? Yeah, it's tasty. Roasted, steamy peppers. Your back, Cookie? You did your cleaning? And then I think we can check on our chicken to see how it's simmering away in our broth back there. Good for now. Nice. I don't think I have to do any cleaning just yet. I think next week. Yeah, mild peppers. They shouldn't burn your bum. But you never know with these ones. They can be dangerous. Okay, so there's our pile of pepper skin. Charred pepper skins. And now we have everything we need in our blender. Take our glovies off. Soup sounds great. You don't have any mild peppers, or you would make enchiladas. I mean, spicy peppers are always good too. Why the heck not? We're going over. We're coming over here. I think there's enough liquid in those tomatillos that we shouldn't have to add any. I'm just gonna start on low speed and then slowly turn it up. And then we're going to blend this until it's very smooth. This thing is going everywhere. There we go. I'm just gonna let that go for a minute. Green. Speed. You're sure glad you two are streaming more now. Aw. Thank you, man. Thanks for the kind words. I mean, why not? Because we all have to eat. We're stuck at home. So we might as well teach each other how to make all these different delicious foods. And then, after we eat, play Animal Crossing. Okay, check out this color though. That is beautiful. Like if that is not springtime fresh to you, I don't know what is. That looks delicious. It smells good. I need a taste of this.
The real question is, how many hours has Cookie not played it versus how many hours has played it in the last day?
All right, Cookie. So, since the hour that you bought the game yesterday, I'm quite sure that Cookie has played more hours of the game that he has not in these, what? It hasn't been 24 hours. Has it? Hi, Shadow Badger. How are you? Dust. Animal Crossing is life-changing. If you are someone that is like feeling lonely or, yeah, lonely, a little bit sad, that game just makes you feel like so warm and happy inside. It's really cute. And yeah, you get to play with your friends. It's a 2-player game even. Let's try this beautiful green puree, Mexican green puree at that. Relic, welcome in. How are you doing today, dude?
Dust is just as good as the first one, if not better.
Oh, that's got a good little kick of heat in there from the Serranos. You need to check on your AC town after stream. It kind of resembles what came out of Speed's baby's rear end, like avocado. Yeah, it smells better and tastes better. I'll give Sammy a taste too. It's really good. I think it's better than the last pozole I made. That's our flavor base.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Woo.
The spice is nice.
That's a nice spice.
Dust, you played the very first one and got super addicted to it. So this one is even better, Sam said. And that's the one thing I said, Dust, is I was like, Sam, I typically don't play games that don't end ever because I get really addicted to things as well, as I have an addictive personality. So yes, just be aware. But the best part about this game is that we can all play it at our own pace. So yes, don't go crazy, although it's hard not to. Annie, how did you prank your AP Physics kids? I need to know this. Did you do it on April 1st? Yeah, the woo of approval. Nice. I was almost going to prank you guys on Twitch on April 1st. Just like start the stream and then be like, oh, wrong day. And then stop it. You guys would be like, what the hell, Kate? Oh, wrong day. I stream tomorrow. Okay, let's get this big pot out. Dun, 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 dun. That's a soup pot. to check on our chicken. Should see how this broth is doing. It looks really nice. Super clear. Where's my tongs at? All right, Annie. Your AP students were not expecting to have class on Wednesday because you made a PowerPoint with voiceover for them. Cookie, the only thing with Animal Crossing is you don't have your house yet, so your inventory keeps filling up. You gotta build that house. And plus, you should start selling your stuff. Why is your inventory building up? You gotta make that money. Okay, that's fair. Bonkman. The one thing that irritated me about the previous game, having to pick 3 weeds that would pop up every day. Miss a week or more due to vacation and it's a chore. The weeding, you couldn't keep up. Okay, so Annie's kids were not expecting to have class on Wednesday, so you scheduled an impromptu Zoom meeting, but instead of showing your face, you did a screen share with a YouTube live video of a chicken coop. It took them 2 minutes to discover it was April Fool's Day. So good. Love it. They're like, this is not class right now. Look at our little chicken cooking away in here. I think I want to just take my thermometer and see what temp we're at in like the internal areas. What?
Why are you using the other pot?
For what? Sorry, I don't understand what you're saying.
Are you going to use the oval pot for something?
The soup.
They're the same size.
Yeah, but I'm gonna start my soup base in there while the chicken's finishing. Guys, don't worry about Sam. He's being a little distracting today. We are done, actually. This chicken is cooked. Let's check the butt. Just make sure it's cooked through back here. Yeah. I mean, it's reading at 180. Beautiful. Okay. Well, this is not going to take very long now at all. So I am going to now strain this, or actually just try and take the chicken out with some tongs. And I'm going to reuse our sheet pan from our peppers. Okay, I'm being careful. Okay, so we'll let this cool off until we can pull the meat off. And we just have a few other garnish things to do while we keep making our soup. This is awesome. Told you it was super easy. The chicken in the hot tub. That's looking really good. And then I also just want to see what they say for putting this soup together. So our next step in our big pot there, heat our vegetable oil until it's shimmering. Add our green puree, cook over moderate heat, stirring occasionally until the sauce turns a deep green, about 12 minutes. So we can get that going now. It's gonna cook for about 10 minutes, and then during that time, we can finish prepping our cabbage and the other few garnishy things. Okay, I guess we're going back over to the stovetop then. I'm gonna let our pot heat up first. Let that go. Get into our cabbage. All right, guys, who has had pozole before? And was it green or red or white? Can you recall? That's a doggo snack for sure. So there's just a little core on my piece of cabbage here. I'm just going to cut this part out. You've had all of them, Bonkman? What is your favorite then? The next one we're gonna make is gonna be a red pork. It was red, meant to be spiced. Nice. You kind of prefer the red. And you've never had the green version meant to be spiced. So yeah, I've had the pork version before, red, from a taqueria that I used to work at. And then this was my first time doing green. And I think the pork goes really good with the red version and the chicken is really good with the green version. That's my opinion. Thank you, Relic, for the 100 biddies. That's very generous, dude. Okay, so for our cabbage, or our shredded cabbage for the top is, well, you eat soup with a spoon, so we need all of our garnishes to be easy to eat with the spoon. So I'm gonna cut this down shorter so that it's about 2-ish inches, maybe just under that. And then we're gonna do really nice thin shavings. And then I really like how we put the raw cabbage on it and then the heat from the soup broth kind of softens it up, but doesn't really cook it, so it still has some crunch. Pot is not hot yet. Okay, I'm gonna separate that. Actually, I'm just gonna stop there. That's where I'm stopping. That is way more than enough anyways. Did we lose our music? Oh no, it's just quiet. How do I keep my knives so sharp? This handy dandy, it's called a steel. This is a diamond steel from Henkel's. So this is what keeps your edge on your knife blade. So if you use this every day when you're using your knife, you should always keep your edge on your knife, and then your knife doesn't actually ever go dull where you don't have to use your stones. But I do have whetstones. I am not super comfortable with them. I've dabbled in it a little bit, knife sharpening with whetstones, but that is something for a future stream for sure. But I think the most important, more important than like having a stone, is having a steel. That's not going to fit in there, is it? Hi, Josie. How are you? You made it. Yeah, I'm glad you caught me. Friday streams are a bit earlier now. And we're doing Thursdays as well. you only hand wash them? Yes. Yeah, knives never go in the dishwasher. It's bad. It is bad. Oh, sometimes my stream deck messes up when I hit a button. It's weird. Sorry, guys. It's like it presses another one underneath or something. Okay, our oil is shimmering. You can't really see it on the bottom here. So one thing is we have hot oil and we have a puree or like a paste, which is wet. And if you've ever done any cooking, you know that wet stuff and hot oil doesn't really mix. So one thing I will say is try not to like splash the oil when we're pouring our puree in. I try and do it pretty quickly and get it in there all at once so that the oil kind of cools down. So just be careful. So I'm gonna try and turn this so you can see more of it. Like that. Okay, we're going in. I'm gonna try and like stand back a bit. Oh my God! That's actually terrifying right now. It's not stopping. So typically it doesn't go as molten as that. Yeah, but still. Okay, there's seriously pozole sauce all over the house right now. Like, we're gonna need a full deep clean tonight. So yeah, Cookie, I said that I didn't have anything to do after stream. Ouch! I do. I'm actually still upset right now. I'm done with that pot. Son, can I have a little help, please? That'd be good. New pot. Did I burn it? No, it's just I can't cook it in there. It just will not stop bubbling up. Yeah, that hurt right there. Hot things are hot. I'm glad that made your day, because I'm actually a little upset that we wasted so much of that puree all over the house. It is not a new dish though. New pot.
What? Still going.
I don't know how it's still doing that. Like it wasn't even smoking or anything. Okay, I'm gonna take 1 second before this stains everything to just give a quick wipe down while this keeps cooking. Ami says maybe a bit of liquid would cool it down. Yeah, that was nuts. I have never had that happen in like any kitchen I've ever worked in of all of the sauces and stuff I've cooked.
Well, I've had it happen tons of times.
Like that bad?
Oh yeah.
I've never.
Hot oil in a cast iron pot.
Oh my God. It's not even
thick.
on.
You have to turn it.
The burner's not even on.
Yeah, but the element's still hot. How's this side? Not as hot? No?
No, not
Okay, so
as.
put that side there. This one, watch your butt. I got a hot pot in my hand still.
That was the most aggressive thing I've ever seen or had happen to me. Our paste was too good. It was too thick. I don't know what else to say. Because even last time that I cooked it,
Monster.
it didn't keep bubbling up like that.
You made it really good.
Good puree.
Good puree.
Okay, now I'm gonna try and get the rest of that into there. But for the most part, guys, I would say that you don't usually need 2 people to make this dish. But it is nice to have backup just in case the puree goes everywhere. No one's gonna make this now after they watch that. Like, who in chat right now wants to even make this? I'd be like, well, that was terrifying. I will never make that. But thanks for sharing, Kate. Relic, thank you for the biddies, my dude. That helped.
You're lucky you always have a Sammy around.
Yeah, that's exactly it, Bonkman, with how thick the mixture is. Like, we just had it such a good thick puree. It's gonna act like hot lava mud baths. Bubbling and spitting. Typically, that's the case with tomato sauce on my part, but this is something new. Oh yes, yeah, exactly. Actually, that's incorrect. We do need 2 people, 1 to cook and 1 to clean up. Yeah, I promise not to pour it into a hot dish. Yeah, on today's stream, we learn how to make napalm.
Just listen for it. Maybe put a lid on so it doesn't splatter everywhere.
Ooh, Sammy. Sammy's saying put the lid on it.
Don't worry, guys. It's all under control.
Deep clean needed. Okay, let me give you a different view here. So getting into our chicken.
That's right, Cookie. It's fine. It's fine.
Can pull it apart. Yeah, I'm a professional.
I'm essential.
Yeah. You know you cooked your chicken good when you can just pull everything apart like this. And then I don't keep the skin or anything in my soup. But I think I'm gonna save the bones and stuff again from this, and we'll repurpose it into another broth, because we haven't cooked the full potential out of it, I don't think.
I had a dream last night that Lana Norris came into your channel and then offered you a job after that.
Lando! Okay, that is our chicken breast. So we should be able to just peel it off of the rib cage. That's what's great about a cooking stream. Yeah, we're always learning together. You wonder if you can get tomatillos from Whole Foods online? Probably. I know that stuff's, yeah, that stuff is way easier to find. Like, all the Mexican ingredients are really easy to find in the States. More difficult here. Like, I only have certain places to get my Mexican ingredients. It's okay now? Thanks, Sammy. What would we do without a Sammy?
It's still bubbling when I put it into
Whoa.
the pot because of the residual heat from the cast iron.
Holy.
And then
Well, guys, I'm never gonna use that pan again to make a soup because it just has too much heat, I think. I don't need it. Or at least not this soup.
great for stocks.
It
good
did
for
work
stocks.
really good for a stock.
Anyways, pan's
Whew.
cold, but everything's safe.
It was hot, hot, hot. This is just a chicken that we cooked in our soup broth. And now we're pulling all the meat off of it to put it back into the soup. But I mean, you could definitely use a rotisserie chicken. That'd be a good quick way to make this for sure. So that all you had to do is already pick your chicken since it's already cooked, and then just make your pepper puree, and then you could put the soup together. That'd be a good, easy way to make this dish. How to cheat? Use a rotisserie chick. And that is okay. And then you can still save the carcass from the rotisserie chicken to make broth. Okay, I'm gonna rinse my hand here and give our puree another stir. Don't want to forget about it back there. This chicken is really tender from us like simmering it in the broth. So nice. I'm still laughing at what just happened. I'm still giggling at that scenario. I know I love recipes from either Food and Wine Mag or Bon Appetit, are like my two favorite magazines. What? Annie? Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Annie. Is that for another request? Or you're just pumped for this dish? Plus, I'm also happy that I made your day with our exploding green paste. I'll have to go back and clip that, I suppose. Oh, terrific! How are you? Yeah, I need 198,000 balls.
Bells.
Or bells, yeah. You made bad deals. What have you gotten yourself into? You'll wait until the craziness ends? Okay. Well, I'm definitely putting your beef bulgogi on the menu. And also, Annie, I was gonna ask you, since I wanna put that in the next couple weeks, what day works best for you right now for me to stream your request? This chicken is very nice.
Happy chickens, too.
I think just happy chickens.
Hähnchen. It's German for chicken.
Steele, you seen Sammy shake his tail, feather when stirring. He don't need music.
Nope.
He was twerking? The Sammy twerk? Shake your tail, feather. Fridays work well. You don't have to prepare anything for class, okay? Well, there it is then. Friday it is. I will let you know the date of beef bulgogi.
That's the beef from Fairway, right?
Yeah. Yeah, we've already sourced the beef for it, which is awesome. So I was like, where the heck am I going to find that right now? Turns out, not that difficult. Hodrific, you spent all your fishing money and put it into a house upgrade. I was going to say, how are you that far into debt already? Okay, I'm gonna take a little step away for a sec. Back to our puree. Yeah, there are none. It's true, Annie. Okay. So we need to marry up our green sauce with our cooking liquid, and then add our hominy and the chicken. And then we just need that heated through. And then we just top it with all of our garnish, and that is it. So really, really simple. I'm gonna break this chicken up into a little bit smaller pieces, but first, why don't we put our soup together? So we've been cooking our sauce. It hasn't been bubbling like crazy since our last scenario. So now I think I'm just gonna put a fine mesh strainer over this and then pour in the broth. I want it really nice and clear. And I'm probably not gonna use all of this broth. Yeah, but a good amount for sure. The old meets the new. Let's get our ladle. So stir that. Mix our green paste into our broth. That's really nice looking. And then we can pour our hominy into there while we finish up our chicken. So it's literally just chicken and corn in the soup, and then we just put everything else on top. You don't know if you trust the lava? I know. That was seriously nuts. One for the books. So this recipe has you reuse the chicken you used from the stock. That's how I did it. So they used bone-in, skin-on chicken breasts, and they did the broth that way, but I decided to use whole chicken because I love chicken leg and the taste of the dark meat. I just think that we'll have more like nutrients and stuff from the whole chicken. But that's exactly how they did it. So they cooked their chicken in the broth, let it cool off, and then picked it. And then you put everything back together. Don't trust it. Oh, the lava. I was like, what are we not trusting right now? Never trust the lava. I always thought the flavor gets leached out when you boil for the stock. We did not boil though. That's the thing, Annie. Yeah, boiling is terrible. Simmering though, that's where it's at. You gotta be gentle with broths. Yeah, when you boil, like especially meat, is you're basically cooking all of the fat out before the meat's cooked. And it ends up being so dry that you'll choke on it. So that's why we go super gentle, so that the fat stays in the meat as it cooks and it all kind of cooks together and stays moist. At least that's how I think it works. Hot tub chicken, exactly. And you let that chicken chill. I think I might actually cut the chicken breast up. Okay, I think we're good for this stuff. Nice big chunks of chicken. So I'm going to slice that in half lengthwise and then just chop it to bite-sized pieces. Same with this. Simmer down now. Clean that up. Yeah, where do you live that it's summer temperatures? Summer is 195 Fahrenheit. It is really tender. Yeah, this chicken turned out so well. You gotta simmer it in the broth, no boiling. Now we put our lid off and just gently put our chicken back in the broth where it came from. So this time the broth is like very green. And yeah, look at all these juices on the pan here. Pour that in too. Chicken juices. Gonna rinse my hand. And now it is time for us to start seasoning our broth as it's coming up to a simmer here and we're getting ready to serve. So that's one thing we haven't done this entire time. We haven't really tasted what we've made all together. Stir that in. It's definitely a lot greener than last time as well. Like super, super green color. Really good spice. So this is some of the tomatillo liquid that I saved from the canned tomatillos. It has a nice like acidic component, so I'm gonna put a little bit of that. Not a ton, because I definitely want a nice fresh like lime flavor. So that's what I'm gonna come in with next. Is I always add the acid before the salt. You have 2 packages of chicken thighs in the freezer, and that's the last of the chicken for you. Oh no! Oh man, Annie. You can smell it, I bet. Yeah, if you've ever had pozole, you probably can like imagine the smell of this right now. We're getting limey. What?
Yeah. He's bringing 2 containers of Costco nut food. That's it.
Oh my goodness. One more stir. See how that changed it up a bit? I really bumped it up. I think I'm gonna go with even one more. One more lime still. That one was really juicy. That should do it. And now our salt, which is gonna bring all of the flavors out. It does, yeah, you can put sour cream at the end. A little bit of creaminess, especially if you made it spicy like I did, is the sour cream really helps cool down the palate a bit. So we need 1, 2, 3 spoonfuls of salt, so about 3 teaspoons or 1 tablespoon is where I'm starting. Let that dissolve in. We will taste again. Typically for soups, I taste them 3 to 5 times before I'm like, yep, they're good to serve. It's really important that we balance out all of the flavors, the acidity, sweetness, salt, spice. Okay, 1, and I think 2 more spoonfuls of salt, and then we are good, guys. Stir that in. Yeah, this dish really becomes a showstopper when we start to garnish it. So pretty. I think that's perfect. That spice is getting me. Okay. Oh, of course, Josie. So it is posted here, and then it is already posted in Discord as well. So all you have to do, Josie, if you go into Discord, is use your search engine at the top right, and you'll be able to search through our whole channel and find the recipe. So really, really helpful to do that. Your chicken soup always turn out crap? What? Oh, if you make this has so much flavor in it. Okay, so we just need a little bit of cilantro chopped for garnish. Get out some sour cream. We already have our shredded cabbage, our sliced radish, and then avocado needs to be cut last thing. And then just some tortilla chips. What did I strain in the other pot? So this other pot, we started with, I had 1 liter of a pozole verde broth from last time we made it, which I look back, it was like October 25th or something. So I had a liter of pozole broth, as well as 1 whole chicken, and then we just topped it up to cover the chicken with water. So that's kind of how we made our soup broth. Then we cooked the chicken in there. It took about, what, half an hour-ish, 45 minutes. And then we just strained this broth from this pot into our soup. And I just used a strainer to take out whatever residual stuff was left from the last older broth, because I didn't really want that stuff to go in it. Okay. Sour cream. Sour cream on stream? 2 days in a row? That. Our avo, really beautiful avo. Cilantro. I almost just had a sneeze, but it went away. Whew. We're just gonna pick our cilantro and then give it a nice rough chop to sprinkle on top of our dish. Done. So that was our last garnish to really chop, and then we'll just slice up our avo. Let's see what's in here. I got a good feeling about this one. Oh yes, that is avo perfection. That's the good fats. Yep. Annie's gonna do rice and veggies tonight. You have to work through that 10 pounds of rice. Someone has to, right?
Get some pork belly on the order.
Yeah, pork belly.
Pork belly rice bowls.
Okay, so I just like doing little cubes of avocado on this dish. So you get like a little bite in each spoonful. One spoon for the avo, one for our sour cream. Yeah, you're not the only one who is like weird about raw avocado, but you like guac. I mean, avocado, it can be a little bit overwhelming on the palate because it's so fatty, right? And then for other people, it's a texture thing where it's like too mushy.
Yeah, I have the avocado.
It's super good with this dish though. Like Sam says that this is like, it tastes like tacos when he eats the soup.
Yeah.
So it just makes sense. It's like chicken tacos, but in soup form. Okay, there we go. And then lastly, our radish. They've crisped up nicely. This is actually a quite nice and healthy dish. I really, really enjoy making it. Like, after you're done eating this dish, you just feel really satisfied. You don't like feel gross or anything like that. Okay, I think we're good. Bring over our pot. Just came up to a nice simmer for us. So literally just chicken and hominy in here. And obviously our very flavorful broth. And then another way just to create like a little bit of textural contrast is some people like to do tortilla chips crumbled over top. So why don't we do that? When you were a kid, your mom used to put diced avocado in the dinner salad because dad liked it. You didn't like the slimy texture in your crispy salad. Yeah, that's fair, for sure. Remove this without spilling it. Success. Okay. It's plate up time. Yeah, we have about 8 servings here, guys. So first come, first serve basis. Now accepting online orders. Maybe one more scoop and that's probably lots for me. How many? Okay, I always go with the shredded cabbage garnished first so that the cabbage has a bit of time to like marry up with the hot soup. Soften up a bit, and then I always make like a nice bed in the center to pile everything else around it. Like that. Come in with our radishes. I maybe want more. I think I'll do 1 or 2 more. There we go. Next up, why don't I do our dollop of sour cream? Obviously add as much or as little as you want. Then I'll grab a couple of these little avo cubes. Try and like separate them a bit. This avo is really nice though. It's not like too soft. Yum. There you go, Sammy. Yeah, I got one too. Oh, I already got one. Did you put that in mine?
I did.
That's for you. Cilantro. Cilantro. Get off the rim of my dish. That's not how we garnish anymore. Garnishes are edible. Yeah, hang on. Okay. Crush a couple of chips. Yeah, the lime, that's right. I gotta get the nice lime out. A squeeze of lime. Lime. Hey, I'm gonna do this type of limey. No seeds. Okay, let's get this pot out. We barely even made a dent in there. We won't get scurvy. Now it's chili verde pozole chicken tortilla soup. Okay, salmon. Chicken pozole verde tortilla soup. He's going in. Lava soup. Basically, what they should actually call it. Volcanic soup. Good luck. He's getting it. Get it. And now, we just destruct it. I mean, you can really eat it however you want, but I like to kind of mix it up a bit. It definitely gets thick once you put tortilla chips in there. Mmm. It's not as spicy now that we put all the garnishes. It's really good. Okay, so like I said earlier, the hominy tastes like a corn tortilla. So when you're eating this, it's really reminiscent of the flavor of traditional Mexican tacos. Yeah, it's worth the burn Oh, see? It wasn't even that bad. It's already gone. We're good. Worth the burn for sure, though. Thanks, Cookie. And then we're definitely getting the lime. Cilantro is only in our face because of the fresh stuff. The chicken is so tender, hey? And I'm really loving the crunch of the tortilla chips. When I decide what to wear in the morning, do I ever try and match it to the dish I plan to make? No, but sometimes I try and match it to like the cuisine. So when I make Thai food, like I wear my Thai pants and stuff like that. That's about it. This was so easy, you guys. I told you it was a super easy soup. Is this a soup or salad?
Other than the molten lava.
Yeah, other than the molten lava. Super easy to make. Seriously, the most flavorful soup I've ever had. Just every bite just keeps getting better. I don't know what to say, guys. Okay, so tomorrow's stream, yes, Thursdays and Fridays, we're gonna do a little bit shorter, like not quite as long, like 4 hours. Probably more like 2.5, 3 hours. Okay, so tomorrow we are back. Yes, I can't believe it's Saturday already tomorrow. What? Pork schnitzel with creamy mushroom sauce, German spätzle, and sweet and sour braised cabbage, as well as healthy-ish banana muffins, because we got a whole bunch of brown bananas back here. Yes. Yeah, Sammy asked if I could make him schnitzel, and I said, yep. And I believe it is bone-in. We got some really nice pork chops from the butcher shop, so we're pounding the meat tomorrow. Hey, Daff, how are you, man? Good to see you. Yeah, food and wine, you can't go wrong. I think there was a chicken pozole recipe on Bon Appetit as well, but this one is a bit better in my mind. Yeah, Saturday marathon. It's always a marathon, hey? It's like we're cooking, we're baking. Daph's got 2 racks of ribs going on. Okay, friends, we're wrapping it up. Do y'all have any offerings for us for raids?
We can do whoever's live on Twitch right now.
Who's on front page? I'm feeling like a hitch raid, guys. He is no longer hitchhiking. He has decided to go live on an uninhabited island here somewhere on the West Coast. So is this his first stream, Sam? Survival on an uninhabited island. Oh, final prep and limoncello.
And limoncello.
Yeah, Hitch is preparing himself. I believe what Sam said to me is he has only bought two of those packages of the nuts from Costco. So he has 2 of those with him. And then the rest he has to like forage and stuff. That's gonna be an entertaining stream. Okay, we're gonna go raid Hitch, one of our other favorite Canadian streamers that Sammy's cooked for. Okay, this was a wonderful dish. I'm gonna go mow this, you know it, right after this. I hope we inspired you guys to make something delicious for yourself this weekend. And thanks guys for all the biddies today. The resubs, Annie, 2 years. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it's like Big Brother. or hitch in the jungle. Same time tomorrow, guys, as well. So we're going 11 a.m. Pacific time all across the board from now on. Just gonna make it easy. Okay, everyone, take care of yourselves, stay safe and healthy, maybe get a little bit of fresh air or sunshine. And other than that, well, stay safe. Bye, guys. We'll see you tomorrow. Thank you so much for everything. Let's go see Hitch.